Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I pray that everyone is having a beautiful, blessed Friday. Feels had to think about that. These days are just going by so fast. I can't believe we're at the end of this month. But if you have not said it already, let's say it together. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. It's a blessing to be alive, and y'all, I tell you, it's just I love coming out here on my lunch break. Um, Walking. I gotta get me a little, I think you call them fanny packs. I'm gonna get me a little fanny pack and where I can put my little stuff in in the little pouch thingy. And then that way I can, when I come out here on my break, I can have my little lip gloss or whatever I need in there instead of bringing my purse and everything all the time. But anyway, I'm gonna work on that. I'll probably take care of that this weekend. But again, it just feels so good to come out here and get away from all the talking, and I'm on the phone all day helping people and scheduling them. But it feels good to uh, you know be free for just 30 minutes and just come out here and talk to y'all. But anyway, and feels so peaceful out here today. But anyway, just wanted to hop on here and remind everyone or someone that no matter what we're going through, y'all, we got to stay focused on Jesus. I'm just so glad that I'm no longer the same person that I used to be. I used to get mad at the drop of a hat. God is still working on me with that. I feel like it was slightly anger issues, but not where I would throw stuff or get, so heated. But I remember even my late husband, he would say, that's not the way to be, because he was so calm about stuff. He got a little upset about stuff, I'm not saying he was a pushover, but what I'm saying is that he never let things bother him to the point where it affected his day. And I would just often admire that about him. I said, like, how can you be so calm about, what that's what they said about you? Because I'll just share this. He had come back home and told me something that his parents had told him, and sort of, I could tell it didn't, I don't want to say it didn't bother him, but I could tell that, he was sort of like, why did they say that to me? I could just hear it in his voice. But anyway, he was like, and I said, I can't believe that, can't believe that they said that to you. And he was like, yeah, he said, but that's okay, he said, that's just how they are, or whatever. And it was just, so anyway, I'm not going to go in details what was said, but just know that, I felt more, whatever affected by it than he was. And so, he said, yeah, it's okay. He said, I'm fine with myself. It doesn't bother me. He said, I know how they are. And that's what he would say about a lot of situations. And I'd be like, yeah. And then I would often, and then I would find myself getting all heated and upset about something that happened to him. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's all right. If he's okay with it, I guess it's okay. But anyway, that was just an example of how his character was, because again, he didn't let people or things bother him like that. It didn't affect him. And me, on the other hand, something would happen to me, and I would get so, or somebody would do something or say something, and I would be so affected by it. It would really bother me, to the point where there was a time where, when he was living, where I would, it would affect my whole day. I would be upset about it from that start right after it happened to maybe later on that night, and sometimes it would carry into another day. And he would always tell me, he said, it's not that deep, you need to let it go. And I'm like, I'm like, yeah, but they did this. And he said, yeah, you're upset, but they over there in their house or wherever they at, they're probably not even at home, and they're not even thinking about you. And here you are all worked up and upset, but they going on with their day. And I was like, yeah, it's true. That's true. So, this is just an encouragement to somebody. I wanted to share that was in my spirit to share. Don't let people bring you out of character. You be nice to them. Give them God's word, whatever God has told you to tell them, and let it go. Let it go, because they want you to act the fool. They want you to act out of character so they can say, yeah, I knew it, and then that's going to fuel them. And then it's going to just go on like that. But don't let them, God has changed you, and God has given you a new spirit and a new character. I mean, he's giving you, he's making you over, is what I'm trying to say. So don't let them get you out of character, what they saying. And sometimes people just do foolish stuff, and they just trying to get a reaction. But I'm going to share this, and I'm going to get off of here. But something was informed or was communicated to me earlier today with my children. And so, I had told the lady I'm living with, I said, I woke up this morning, I told her, I said, I feel some type of way. I'm 50 years old, and I'm living with, somebody. And she said, yeah, she was just listening. And I said, you on the other hand, I said, you got a home and this, that, and the other. She said, yeah, but, she was trying to let me know, that. And I told her, I said, it's just, you feel some type of way. I said, if you've ever had anything in your life, or if you've ever wanted anything in your life, I'll say that, wanted to be established, or wanted to be secure, or anything like that, you'll know what I'm talking, where I'm coming from. So anyway, she was like, yeah, she said, yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I said, yeah, I said, a lot of times people, when they don't understand what you're saying, they just kind of brush it off and say, yeah, but until you walk into someone's shoes, or go through what they've gone through, then you don't fully understand what they're saying. You can nod your head and pat them on the back or whatever, but until you go through that, or at least, yeah, you have to go through that, then you're not going to fully understand. But anyway, I was just telling her that, I said, and then my children, my youngest son had brought that to my attention, and he was like, Mama, what we going to do for Thanksgiving and Christmas? And I said, well, we're not even there yet. I said, but God already know what's going to happen, things like that. And he said, we don't really have a house to come to, and I said, yeah. I said, but, God can do a miracle. He can do things suddenly. And so anyway, he was just, sort of talking about that when I was talking to him last night, because I try to talk to him every day. But I've always informed them to, while they're with their grandparents on my late husband's side, to respect them. And, I was telling them, I said, I know y'all used to what we normally do. And, I wasn't real strict, or they grown, but we just had our little routine. We DoorDash, we just had fun together. And yeah, we were struggling, but we had fun together. But now they're, in their home, and things are, slightly different. They're still grown, but I mean, things are just slightly different for them there. And I sort of think, they don't really, they don't mind being there, but they, I think they miss how much freedom that they had here with me, because, I was just real carefree, because I'm like, y'all grown, like whatever. But anyway, it's coming from an older people point of view. They're going to be doing what they're doing is going to be totally different, than what a 50-year-old, 70-year-old is going to be different from a 50-year-old. So as far as activities and point of views and all that stuff. So anyway, just pray much for me and my children. And I know if the guy gonna work it all out, he really is. And I had told them, I texted them, I said, y'all want to come back here with me? I don't think they've answered yet. I hadn't checked the text yet, but I was just letting them know that, they always welcome here. The only reason that I allowed that to even happen was because, we needed help, and I felt like, but like I told them, help is help, but a lot of times when people say, oh, you can do this, you can do that, and see, they trying to telling me I'm welcome back, and I'm thinking, okay, so I know just a little bit how you treat my children, and they're not treating them bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying though, just acting sort of out of character on some situations, and you want me to come back to that? And so I'm like, that's a no. That's a hard no. So anyway, again, people, you just continue to pray for them and ask God to help them and to strengthen their mind. There's so many people that are, I don't know what's going on with them. It seems like they've changed. You know, you remember how they used to be,